Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/49 County News TV.
Stand and have a word prayer and Luke's flag. Father God, we thank you for all that you do for us. We ask you continue with us as we seek to do the right thing for the constituents of this fine county. We ask, Lord, you guide all that we do and say and give us the knowledge we need to do the right job. We pray for those sick, those that are bereaved in our county, Lord, that you, the only one, can support and comfort them, Lord. Once again, forgive us where we fail. Go with us through this day and give us where we stand. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the meeting to order. There, have a motion that we approve the claims.
I'll make a motion.
I got a motion. Second.
I second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise. I have a motion we approve the minutes. Yes, minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed, same sign. Mr. Shaw, I have you down first on the agenda.
Yes, sir. We had talked about a couple of issues last week, and Mr. Cochran was concerned a little bit about our 4-cent money. And one thing that I may suggest is, we've done this in the past, is go ahead and approve it like we got it and then reevaluate it at a later date. And, it's not, y'all can change it anytime you want to. If we see that we've got some additional money later on, then y'all can allocate it out to the districts. Or, or whatever you want to do as far as that goes. But that might help us to get along and get through some things, make sure that we don't have any expenses that we didn't foresee. And then, y'all can still allocate more for paving if you want to.
If it's there.
Yeah, if it's there. But there's a lot of unknowns sometimes you can't foresee, and I just hate to spend it down to the last dollar, and we can do whatever y'all want to do. Y'all, that's up to y'all, but I've just seen throughout the years, a lot of times there's unexpected expenses come up.
Yeah, we don't need to put ourselves in a bind.
That's right. But with that being said, if there's some surplus money, all you do is we've done that. We've reallocated some money to the districts to do additional paving when we see we've got it. Anytime y'all want to look at our budget, y'all can come by the office. I'll be glad to go over with you and kind of show you some of the expenses that we incur. And, of course, a lot of things come out of that fund. But with that being said, y'all think about that and let me know what direction you want to head in, and we'll certainly go in that direction.
Mike, I didn't understand, last week totally on the project you talked about at Winfield, on that amount of money.
Yes, sir. That's,
Tell me what that is and whose district and
Okay,
who is on it.
It's in, District 4, and it's our federal, we're allocated $533,000 each year of what we call our federal aid money. And we take that money, it's gotta be spent on major or minor collectors, and it's a federal project, so there's a lot of paperwork that goes along with it, but we try to rotate that around in the district. Like 29 was done last year with federal aid money. And it's his time, or that area's time to have some money. And that project was estimated at $747,000. And it's an 80-20 project, so, it's about $150,000 to $60,000 county match to fund that project. So, and next year it'll be somewhere else. We did 29, and then we did 85 up in District 3. In District 2, District 2 had a very large number of bridges done in their district in the last several years. And
That did that same money cover those?
Yeah,
bridges?
actually, that was our
I got
A-trip program, that it's a little bit different, it's actually separate from our federal aid program. That A-trip program was different than that, but the federal aid we wrote to, and the A-trip actually was pretty much spent on bridges.
Okay.
And unfortunately, District Two had the majority of deficient bridges. But that's the way it works, next year it'll be somewhere else.
Okay,
29 looks good too, by the way.
it does. It does.
So 530,000 is federal money?
533.
That's what we get each year.
533, and it's 80/20. We get 80% federal.
150 in Tim's.
Well, no, the math, if you did the math on it, it'd be around $150,000-$60,000 of our match towards that, if it was a fully funded project. And then we go ahead and say this while I've got all y'all here. We've actually been really progressive in doing our projects. We'll probably need to go see the director and see if he'll advance us some federal aid money. They've been gracious to do that in the past. We don't want that money to sit around because we like to, it's their money, it's not our money, so we like to spend it as quick as they'll let us spend it. And that
That's what I
way,
was getting at, where's the other 400,000?
it's federal aid.
No, I'm talking about if it's 150 something thousand out of 533, if it's 80/20,
Actually, the project is estimated more than,
yeah, you said it's 700 something.
It said 47.
That's what I was
so,
saying.
so we'll need to go see the director and get an advancement of funds to fully fund this project to 80/20. And,
I'm missing something, but you said that it ain't gonna cost the county but 150 something thousand.
yeah, just take 80% of, well, divide by 747.
In other words, we're gonna spend a total of 530.
Take 747 divided by 0.8, and that's 80%, and that gives you a total dollar amount as far as the other 20%.
Well, it comes from federal government.
Yeah, I know, but we're spending on the whole 533.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's on different projects, but
And
I'm
actually,
150 on the
Commissioner-
700,000.
Commissioner will spend more than that because it's a little bit over our allocation. That's just the way the project worked out. It's in front of the Winfield Elementary School, and road's in really bad shape, and it didn't need a repair.
Highly traveled road.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I agree it is.
But y'all also approved those projects, and this is one that had been previously approved.
Okay. I knew, that's the reason I asked the question, I knew it had been brought up
That's right.
to our attention a few times, but I knew we hadn't said nothing, we hadn't been explained where it was going and what, so this was done before we came in, kind of this
That's
process.
right, that's right.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
It's rotated every
it
year.
rotates. Everybody gets a little bit of the money, a piece of the pie. These projects are so expensive, unfortunately, we can only probably do one or part of one a year. Sometimes we have to use 2 years of funding. You know, I think County Road 29 was about an $800,000 project. You
But
know,
then the one before that was mine and yours up there, is over
Yeah,
$1.5 million.
Yeah, that was $1 million on 42 up there.
That's a pretty nice road down through there.
All these roads are obviously very nice when we get done. It just, as we all know, construction is very expensive.
Well, there's just one spot on 42 that's got that deal.
Yeah, we finished, the job ended up real good. There was one spot that we had to dig out, and we had what you call a differential settlement because, and that gave it just a little bit, and we can probably maybe put some vines in it, but overall, that was a very successful
Will they
project.
come back and fix this spot that me and you talked about?
Yeah, one little dip,
Yes.
we'll do that, we accepted that project, and look, ST Bun, if we ask them to come back, the thing about it is, if you're not careful, you're gonna make it worse than what it is. And, but I think overall, the project turned out very successful, and it looks, we've had a lot of praise and, but, we plan on doing that ourselves, actually.
I know you can feel it when you come around through there. That's what I'm getting at, is $400,000 road
Yeah.
and have a deal in it. That's,
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but in construction, it's not a perfect world.
Oh, I know.
Everything's not glass, and you know, you can ride on a lot of roads, and you can find little things, and if you're not careful, you can make them worse than what they are.
but this is, I mean, this is pretty good, it's obvious.
Well, especially-
I've looked at it, I don't see it to be a hazard or a nuisance to the motorist. I mean, and I understand what you're saying, we certainly want to get what we pay for, and I think the contractors, you know, because we did a lot of it in-house, and it gave y'all an opportunity to make some money for your districts, and,
You said this is not a perfect world, this is not perfect soil around here.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
You'll find it.
Well, this
It's
is where
not
the,
uncommon.
this is where the asphalt, they just didn't get enough asphalt down.
well,
It's where they
we-
tied in and
we
they
had-
started off.
we had differential settlement, is what we had.
So,
And that's where you have an unusually deep amount of hot mix and it settles proportionately. So a thinner amount wouldn't settle as much as a deeper amount, and it's hard to, when you're rolling it, it wants to push and move with you because the bottom's hot and the top's cold, and there's
yeah,
a
it's
lot
where they
of,
started the new seam at. It's where they
It-
joined it and they started the new one.
well, we had to dig it out. That's what the problem was. We had to dig out some unsuitable material, and, it just, it's hard, and listen, I've been doing it a long time, it's hard to get it, when you have that situation, it's hard to get it just perfect. But we do have plans to go back and take some real fine asphalt, because if you put in larger aggregate rock, it's just gonna roll right off. You gotta use a sandy fine mix that will adhere to the pavement a little bit better. But
Hey,
you-
I
we'll-
understand, I
we'll-
know the asphalt,
I
I know what
know,
happened.
but we'll look at that and we'll make every effort to get that as good as we can, but, kinda got off subject here a little bit, but anyway. So, y'all direct me what direction you want me to go in, or if y'all wanna think about it some more, certainly that'd be fine as well. Okay. On the other thing, hang on, I'm on the wrong page. We talked about, at the last meeting, the herbicide conference. You know, Richard and I will need to go to that conference in order to keep our herbicide license current and up to date. He's gonna probably go to the Tuscaloosa one. I'm probably gonna need to go to the Gunners ones, cause I'm gonna be out today. It's in Tuscaloosa. I may be back in town that day, and if I am, I'd prefer to go to Tuscaloosa, but I may have to go to Gunners to my class, and he may have to go to Tuscaloosa. But, with that being said, I need y'all to give us authorization to.
I hear a motion, we allow them to go to the herbicide code.
I'll make it motion.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we had some surplus property that we recommended selling. I gotta get my glasses.
Here's some glasses, if you need them.
Yeah, we all got glasses, you need theirs?
What happens when you get old, Paige?
You have two power when you get old.
4 or 5.
Okay, we got 2 tar tankers over there that they're leaking, that transport tar. We got our 706 garbage truck, which got a blown motor. And we got an old motor grader that we had that worm gear that we broke for the second time, and it's an old Fiat Alice, you can't get parts for it, and it's throwing good money at bad money. Well, you got a Fiat.
Sound like it's gonna be real good bargains.
Well, yeah, there's something, you know, if you're not careful, you'll start spending more money than they're worth. And, you know, I know some of y'all are
I've got that situation.
I understand, and it can dime and dollar you to death. But with that being said, I'd like to recommend that we put that on gov deals and sell the surplus property. And there was another piece that Curtis told me about, I cannot think of it for the life of me. But with that being said, this plus maybe get with the chairman if I got something else and let him approve it, because there was something that Curtis
So
told
I
me.
have a motion, we let him
I
put
didn't write
what
it
he
down.
feels is necessary to put on gov deals for.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, other thing is, we had a couple of full-time openings, and one of them we advertised at interdepartmental, and I'd like to advertise it to the outside as well, to the general public. And I just need y'all's permission to advertise those positions.
Motion to advertise for one full, one outside and one in-house replacement of solid waste.
I'll make
What
that
you want?
motion.
Yeah, and we would want to interview the interdepartmental and make sure that they're a good candidate for the job. They may or may not be, but we would like, if they're not, we would hire both from the outside.
We got a motion, I'll second.
After we do the interview process.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor? Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Mike, that boy got his license the other day, didn't he? CDL?
Yes, he did. He did get his license. Yes, sir. He did. That's, yeah.
I got a call this morning from an outside person, I told him to contact you with Said he filled out application Friday.
Well, gentlemen, that's all I've got. If y'all got a question, be glad to try to answer it. Thank
I
y'all.
heard, you was talking about our, money, we usually, what we have, 80,000 last year that we
Yes, sir.
spent on, patching.
Patching and paving, and of course, we had this conversation at the work session, you know, y'all tell us what you wanna do, we do it, the method, the type, where, and all that, you know. If you do decide to do it, you know, obviously, the budget, you know, we can add any time you want to, add or take away, whatever, y'all the boss, whatever y'all wanna do, I mean, we'll do that.
Seemed like it'd be better to go in low and come out high and go in high and gain a order.
We can go probably, Mike, what you're saying on one thing on that, we can do that 80, and when it's spent, we can check and see if there's more that we can get, and they might be.
Absolutely, absolutely. At any point, you know, there's a lot of things that come out of that fund. When we see that we don't feel like we're gonna have any additional expenses, we can add to it. We've done that before. I mean, that's not uncommon to do that. And that way, it's kinda like, the chairman was saying, I'd rather,
Go low and come.
then get to do more than, you know.
Are we in agreement on 80,000?
You can go back.
Tim?
Yes, sir, yes, sir, that's fine, yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Thank y'all.
thank you. Mr. Trump, I noticed, your name, we need to go into executive session,
Yes, sir.
name and character.
General reputation character, yes,
So, how long you figure,
30 minutes,
30 minutes?
yes, sir.
Okay, if we could, you want to address us, recess to the side room, or?
Yes, sir.
Make a motion going into executive
Yeah,
session and all that.
You can make a motion,
I'll make a motion.
second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. I hear a motion to go back into regular session.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Looks like, we need to appoint a CAC member, to replace Kenny and Eddie.
Page is next,
Sir,
Page will be next on the agenda. Not,
well, go ahead. Yeah, are you, go ahead.
Good morning, gentlemen.
not trying to.
Good morning. Yeah, well, I
I'm
know
coming,
Kevin went more after that.
good morning. I am coming before the commission today. My term as probate judge starts tomorrow, and, it's my understanding that with this new term, the employees in my office will become county employees. I'm here today to ask that the county commission hire the 3 ladies who are currently employed by the probate office. And I'm requesting that they receive the county benefit package, and subject to the agreement that was made prior to my administration starting, that they receive the benefit package and their pay be capped off at the $13 at this time. As part of this request, I request that the employees be on probation for a year. At this point, I'm not ready to appoint a chief clerk. I would prefer to do that once the probationary period has ended. So that's my request to the
That's
county
requesting
commission.
form of motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, likewise.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we, CAC board member, Community Action Committee.
I'll take Eddie's if nobody,
Sure.
I'll take Eddie's if nobody objects.
And I don't object to, does anyone else want, or do you want the chairman to serve and one other, or how, you know, I think it's 1 meeting a year or 2 meetings a year is up
That's
to.
Jeff Fleming, and
Yes.
I can take it unless you want it. It
Huh.
don't matter to me. I said, I can take
Well, as I
Ken's
say, I
unless
don't,
you
you know,
want
I don't, if fine with me, if, you know,
Whatever, that's fine with me.
so, you know, make a motion that effectively set, one district 1 and 2 to be,
And
to
for
be,
some reason, we can't make it, you attend?
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make that motion, 1 and 2.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Also, DHR, Department of Human Resources, request appointing Melinda Frakes and Nina Frederick's appointment due to Nina's, demise. Do I have any thoughts on that or any, I have a motion, we appoint Melinda Frakes.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any, before we vote, any questions about her? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Likewise, with opposed. Continuing commission office courthouse windows. Brooke, what kind of figures do we have on?
It's $1,100 to do the front of the commission building and the doors where the security guards are at the courthouse.
How much
$1,100
for both
for both.
here and there?
And this money would come out of the,
It would
Courthouse.
come out of the courthouse fund. And I didn't think about it earlier, but it may be something that y'all want to eventually do over at the engineer's office as well.
In which,
Y'all may end up wanting to do it at the engineer's office at
in
once.
there, they have a request, whatever, and of course that'd be, come out there.
Right. I just
Kitty.
didn't think to recommend it or ask about it.
And who is this with, tenant?
Finish Line Customs, 3244 State Highway 17, Hamilton, Alabama.
Local.
Steve Ennis.
Okay.
they the one that done the Fowler building in front of it.
Do I have a motion, we take these figures?
I'll make the motion.
Okay, second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Now, the Revenue Commission and Probate Judge cash drawer set up cash. Do we arrive at a figure, what was the figure that we arrived with? But
Barbara is currently at 1,000 in startup for the drawer to make cash or change back to the consumers. She would like 1,500 or 2,000 total, and it looks like we could withhold doing 2,000 in both departments for startup cash. I just need a motion second to be able to write those checks.
what's the wishes of the commission? Take your motion, we put it $2,000.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
I second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Mr. Hunt, you're on the agenda.
I didn't know if you wanted to add anything about the voting precincts or if you would.
No, so, yeah, we were gonna talk a little bit more about voting precincts from, Thursday, but we still have a little more information we need to get, and maybe we can have it on the agenda, at least to present to y'all at the next commission meeting.
Okay.
It's not gonna be ready for a vote, y'all need to look over the
Okay,
information.
also, on the situation with, our insurance at the jail, will that be ready pretty quick too?
Yes, sir, we should have that by the next commission meeting as well.
Okay,
We've been in
so-
discussions with them, so.
Do I hear a motion that we recess until 1 o'clock?
Brooks got
Wait,
it.
one more.
Buddy Sharpless has texted from Volker. His partner has gotten sick and they need to cancel their meeting for today.
Okay.
So Kevin has also called Southfield and rescheduled. So there's nothing set for this afternoon. If
So
y'all
we
have
can
nothing
adjourn.
else, you can adjourn.
Do I hear a motion we adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Make that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/49 County News TV.